If I met you at 12 years old, who would I be meeting? What is Brian Mello like at
Oh
12 years
man.
old?
Oh,
Who's that kid?
that's a really good question. Uh, you would meet a shy kid that didn't know his potential yet. Um, Kind kid, you know, but yeah, I think I was slowly starting to come into my own and started getting a bit more belief in myself. But I think that was probably 12 was probably right before that. So I was a little shy. Um, and then if you were to talk to me when I was 13 or 14, it would be the different story where I was trying to be the life of the party in these classrooms and stuff. But 12-year-old Brian was a little shy, lacked a little bit of belief in myself. But uh, but yeah, I think those coming years of my best friend to this day, um, I owe a lot of credit to him, Kevin Craig. He was the best man at my wedding. We've known each other since we were 6 years old, and he saw something in me before I saw something in myself. Like when I was 6 or 7 years old, he was the complete opposite. Where like I kept him grounded a bit, but he just like pulled me out of my shell because when I was with him, I'd be really funny and goofy and I'd show my true colors. But then when I was out in front of the class or whatever, I would kind of like quiet down and not want to bother anybody. And he really helped pull me and break me out of my shell. And then once that happened, there was a lot of growth there for me, but it took a minute.
And at 12, you're already into music. What other things were you into? Were you into hockey or video games or card collecting?
Yes.
Who
Uh,
is
sp-
12-year-old Brian Mello? What were you into?
yeah, it was sports and music. And really, I mean, I'm wearing my Bears hat right now. So some things haven't changed. So I was a pretty good soccer player. So I played a lot of soccer. My two dreams growing up as a kid was either I'm gonna hop on stage and go and sing rock songs for people, or I'm gonna go play for Team Canada or Team Portugal as a soccer player. But I don't think I had the talent for that. But I was really into family, sports, music, um, and yeah, I mean that's really what took my attention. Video games a little bit, you know what I mean? But for the most part, yeah, for the most part, it was just kind of getting outside, ball hockey, which I don't know about you, man. I don't see these kids out anymore playing like ball hockey in the park like we used to. I
Well,
used to ever
they're not outside at all.
they're not
They're
outside at
inside
all, right?
on their video games or their
Yeah.
phones or their tablet. Kids these days, you
It's
know?
kids these days, I tell you. But I was out playing hockey, basketball, soccer. I mean, everything you could think of, and then running home and then putting my headphones on and trying to listen to, you know, whatever albums came from like Columbia House or something.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, it's like you would get home at, I don't know, 3 o'clock, and you'd basically just go outside until it was time to eat. You know,
Yeah, it
you'd
was the
go out
best.
and meet other, hang out with other kids or play ball hockey or
Yeah,
I don't know, do random stuff outside, and then you'd come in to eat, and then you could go back out again until maybe it was dark. It's so
yeah,
different. Like when I watch movies that are based, they're like westerns or something where there's no technology yet, no electricity, and it's like they basically sit around and like drink together. Like it's just, it
yeah.
seems like such a different time. And I'm like, man, that would be kind of nice for it to be just so simple. And it's just about like connecting and hanging out with people.
Yeah, yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you, man. Um yeah, my childhood back then was I couldn't ask for a better childhood. Uh so I miss that though. I do miss like people getting out there and connecting like they used to for sure.